Well, it's Friday. Time to grab the popcorn and see what's going on at the movies this weekend. Let's check in with Bloomberg's Rick Warner. So, Rick, we got two new movies, Julie and Julia and G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. I know which one I'd go to see. What are the prospects, though, at the box office?
I'd say good, but a little shaky. Julie and Julia is getting good reviews. It's got a terrific performance by Meryl Streep, but it's mostly going to appeal to women. And that, limits you in the summer when most of the moviegoers are young males. Now, G.I. Joe is the exact opposite. It's going to appeal to the young males, but I don't think it's going to have the kind of built-in audience that Transformers had. That's the other movie based on a Hasbro toy.
Right. How come? What's up with G.I. Joe?
Well, Transformers was a sequel. Sequels always have the audience from the first movie, so that's part of it. And Transformers has been a huge success, even though it got savaged by the critics. It's made over $800 million worldwide. I don't think G.I. Joe is going to do that kind of business.
I mean, the reception it's gotten so far, not so good. It's not so well. You actually said to me a lot of folks haven't seen it, right?
Well, it's interesting. Paramount decided not to screen it for most critics. They've clearly decided, which is very unusual for a big film, they've clearly decided that there's an audience there that either doesn't read reviews or doesn't care what critics say, and based on what Transformers did, they're probably right.
Maybe a smart strategy here. All right, hey, let's talk about the summer. Here we are in August. I mean, what have been the big winners and losers so far, Rick?
Well, a couple of the big winners, other than Transformers, were Up, which was an animated Disney film.
Did really well.
Yes, that was kind of a surprise. You obviously had the Harry Potter movie that was kind of a given. And then you had The Hangover, was probably the biggest surprise of the summer. It's kind of a raunchy comedy. It's done huge business. The biggest loser by far was Land of the Lost, this Will Ferrell comedy. Cost $100 million to make. It's only recouped about $59 million at the box office.
Ouch. So a big loser there. What's left? I mean, there's still a few weeks left of the summer. I mean, any movies that we kind of should watch out for?
Yeah, I'd mention a couple. There's The Time Traveler's Wife, which was a very popular book.
Yeah, my niece was reading it at the beach this week.
Right, starring heartthrob Eric Bana as this Chicago librarian who travels through time.
Right.
And then you have Quentin Tarantino's new movie, Inglourious Bastards, which is starring Brad Pitt. He leads a group...
I'm going.
Yeah, right. It's a weird story. He leads a group of Jewish soldiers who hunt down Nazis in World War II.
Wow.
And then the other one I'd mention is Ang Lee has a new movie called Taking Woodstock, which is based on the true story of this young motel worker who helped organize the Woodstock Festival in '69. I've seen the movie. It's pretty good, especially Lee Shriver in drag. You got to see that.
I know Matt would like to see that.
There's a number of things I want to see, and that's not on my top 10 list.
Oh, sure. Hey, Rick, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Rick Warner breaking it down for us.